Welcome back to the Worch Show. This is episode -7. I don't have anything to talk about. I just got done filming -6 for the episode, and I'm feeling like a fraud. Honestly, filming these podcasts, feeling a fraud. Like everyone's doing a podcast now, so I want to go ahead and do a podcast. Now, granted, I'm not planning these shows ahead of time at all. I actually have no plan really what I'm going to talk about. I have no notes. I've done no research. So I'm interested to see after episode 20, I plan on allocating X amount of time, perhaps 30 minutes or an hour per podcast prior to filming a podcast, making an outline and researching on what I plan to do or what I plan to talk about for said podcast. But I'm not there yet. I just want to hit record and start filming these things and stop continually making excuses as to why I'm not doing this. So here I am. I definitely feel like one of the things I really need to work on is enunciating and putting a little more reflection or inflection, getting more inflection in my voice when I'm speaking to just sound a little more excitement, a little more energy when I'm speaking about something. But the thing is, I think I could do that better, definitely, when I'm interviewing someone or talking to someone. I have the opportunity to interview a friend who's a gym owner, and he is a marketing director for a huge law firm that has, I think, over 40 offices in the South Florida area. I'm going to interview him next week, and we're going to do the podcast in his gym. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's had a bunch of other businesses. So for that podcast, I'm going to allow myself to do some research on him, to talk to him a little more in advance. And I want to make that much more valuable in terms of preparation, because it's going to be an interview. It'll be my first official interview podcast. So I want to make sure I'm not wasting his time, my time, or your time, and that you get the most out of it. So I'm really excited. I'm going to set that interview up with John Larkin. And I've got a few other buddies on my list that have agreed to do the interviews just to get the podcast going. So I'm really excited. I don't think I'm going to keep doing these solo podcasts, but I really need to have lessons and things to talk about in these podcasts. Much more detail, much more outline, much more value added for you guys. So right now, this episode, I want to have more inflection in my voice. I want you guys to really take this in, really understand what I'm trying to explain to you guys and get the most out of it. And in order to do that, I can make body motions. I can make inflections in my voice. That's kind of putting on a show too, right? I just want to talk to you like the way I would be talking to someone else, the way I would be doing an interview. So I don't want to feel fake like I'm putting on a show, but at the same time, a lot of these big name guys, a lot of these successful people, you are, to some extent, you are putting on a show, and that's exactly what you're doing. And we enjoy it, and they're delivering the content that we expect from them each and every time. So I'm excited to set up these interviews. I'm going to take my time and compile. I'm really going to do some research on how to even do an interview. I did a few for unfollowmovie.com, my first and only feature film, documentary film, where I would go around and interview people and talk to them about the impact of social media on society. Like right now, I just kind of ran out of things to talk about, which is fine, I suppose. Hold on. 5 minutes in. I don't want to post these things just to post them, but I just want to keep moving forward, getting in a rhythm, getting comfortable setting everything up, creating expectations for myself. So this is part of the repetitions. It's a shitty set, so to speak, but it is part of the repetition of setting together the podcast. I don't want to keep talking about it. I'm excited to provide you guys value because I feel like this episode could potentially provide some of you value, but in reality, not really. I'm rambling. Last episode when I had Fabiano on 2 episodes ago, we were able to talk about some prior business experiences, and that definitely provided a lot more value. The conversation kept going back and forth, so that was good. I really don't have much to talk about this episode. So thanks for watching the Mark Worch Show. This is episode -7. Tune in next time. Next week, I will be interviewing John Larkin, serial entrepreneur. Thanks for watching.